Hello everybody, welcome back to Breaking Point 2. Last time out, it's quite a sweaty episode. Singapore Grand Prix, we were driving as Aiden Jackson. There's still a lot of tension going on within the team at Connor Sport, and of course Devon Butler is back. And on cue, we got ourselves a phone call from Davidov. Okay.
Hi, Davidov.
Aiden, quite the answer you gave today. Didn't have you pegged as a man of business.
Yeah, I didn't really think anything of it. Of course you need to make money.
Don't we all, Aiden?
Yeah, but Connorsport must be profitable, right?
We're still running the projections for next season.
So it's not certain then?
Time will tell. You said it yourself, it's just business. Thanks, Aiden.
Well, quite a positive phone call, almost a pat on the back from Devon's dad, Davidov, of course, being the primary investor within Connorsport, who's actually put on a bit of pressure, you know, particularly with Andreo and Casper. Pressure's on to bring home at least, I believe it's 5th place or 4th place in the Constructors' Championship in order to keep getting his investment into the team. And of course, everyone's still wondering what the hell is happening within Connorsport. Aiden and Devon, you know, butted heads when they were driving together, and now Devon's sister Callie, who's in Devon's seat, is also butting heads with Aiden on track and off track as well. It's all happening, and Devon, as always, is in and about now in the background. He's a bit of a serial pest at this point. Oh, it's Brian Doyle, former team liaison. Aiden, you can't get away from those butlers, eh? Can't believe Devon's back, presumably as a full-time prat. Hey, I couldn't have put it better myself, Brian. he's a full-time serial pest. So, yeah, Singapore Grand Prix was definitely tough, at least for me. What's Butler doing? And not bad out there today. Okay. All right. Thanks, Devon. You keep listening to your old pal Devon, and who knows what you might accomplish. Well, we'll find out what we're about to accomplish as we go to the next chapter. As always, guys, if you're not subscribed, please do consider subscribing. Leave a like, comment. I hope you guys have been enjoying this series so far. So let's go ahead, see what's in store. Cutscene.
Why? Because he told you to?
Stop making this about him. Just talk to me.
We raced in a lot of the same races growing up, and one of us would always have a better race than the other. So in the car on the way home, one of us would be happy and the other would be completely miserable. There was no middle ground. It was like it was impossible for us both to be happy at the same time. And it's kind of been the same ever since.
Look, it's my job to talk to the drivers, Callie.
Yeah, and who gave you that job?
Why are you being like this? It's not even me you're angry with.
Maybe it is.
Oh, really? This again? We were kids, Callie.
You left me behind.
Come on, what was I supposed to say? Oh, thanks, Dad, for continuing to invest in my career, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to decline, just in case I hurt poor Callie's feelings.
Of course not.
And what?
It didn't have to be a choice, Dev. He had the money to fund both of our careers. I wanted you to fight for me. He never listened to me. He always listened to you.
Well, we were young.
Yeah. But we're adults now.
Yeah. Well, if it's any consolation, I'm not much competition anymore.
You never were.
Oh, snap.
I'm sorry, Callie. For everything. You were always faster than me. There, I said it.
Nice try.
I mean it.
And did you mean it?
Of course not.
Oh,
Faster than me.
come on, man.
She was never faster than me. She'd love that.
What a dick.
No. But if there's one thing my old man taught me, it's that sometimes people need to hear what they need to hear. You know?
I thought for a moment he was going soft, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I've misjudged Aiden. which now we're at the Brazilian Grand Prix 1 month later. Over the last few race weekends, Connosport have managed to demonstrate some much needed consistency. The paddock now heads to Brazil for the penultimate race of the season. Whoa, second last race. Or is it the last? Is penultimate mean second last or last? I think last race. Anyways, looks like we're getting to the very end of the story. We're playing as Callie now. We'll switch back to her. Let's have a look at the news. Nothing off. Okay, phone call as always, right on cue. It's Callie's mum.
Hey, Mum.
Cal, I'm reading more and more about these funding issues.
Only an issue if we don't get fifth, apparently. What do you make of it all?
Well, he won't really do it, surely. I mean, it's only been 2 seasons, for goodness sake. And Connosport certainly isn't the worst team on the grid.
You have a real way with words, Mum.
What's your father have to say for himself?
I have no idea.
You've still not spoken to him?
I'm sure you can relate.
Yes, but I mean, I don't have to work with the man. Look, you don't have to like him, you only have to talk to him.
You sound like Devon.
Oh, maybe Devon has a point.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Mum. I'm going now.
Lots of love. Bye.
Bye, Callie's mum. There's a lot of, there's some sort of anonymous source who's leaking information about Connosport and causing quite a stir, and it's creating a lot of, negative feedback about the team, particularly people, this anonymous source has obviously hinted at the fact that it was Davidov's idea to bring Devon back, and apparently everyone's terrified of Davidov and they don't want to know, and if they don't do what he wants, he'll withdraw the funding. So I wonder who it is. I wonder if it's Aiden. Is it Aiden? Maybe it is. Who knows? Maybe there's a twist. Maybe we'll find out. Who knows? Anyways, social media, what do we got? Nothing really of interest, I think. Well, everyone seems to be onto the so-called rumor that we might be struggling financially within the team, but we'll see what we make of it. Evelyn, still not. That's her mum. Still so much to talk about your father pulling funding. I'm just so furious about the whole thing. Actually, ignore this. I'm calling. Oh, okay. Well, we've already had that phone call, mum. And then from Casper, keep it up. Hey, team. Whatever happens, happens. Let's have a great Sao Paulo. Heck yeah. Well, without further ado, let's jump into the race. See what Brazilian Grand Prix has in store for us.
Why are you doing this? I saw him in the paddock. This would have been Sao Paulo. And I finally spoke to him. I just wanted to know why.
Something's come up. I'll call you back. Callie, so I'm allowed to talk to you now.
Why are you doing this?
Doing what?
Why are you being so hard-line about this?
For this to be a worthwhile investment, Connosport Racing must be successful. It's just business.
It's not, though, is it?
Excuse me?
Well, why am I in the team if it's just business? Why was Devon? You can't keep involving your family in this and then hiding behind it's just business.
This is one of the biggest investments I have ever made. I must take care of the business. Who do you think will inherit it after I'm gone?
Well, Devon, obviously. I'm not interested in any of it.
These matters are complex, Callie. But they all benefit the business. They all benefit the family. And ultimately, they all benefit you.
You said this the last time you tried to stop me racing. I didn't buy it at 12, and I certainly don't buy it now. I don't understand what goes on in that head of yours. You threatened to end my F1 career, and then you claim it's for my benefit.
Have you any idea how much money I have plowed into the team?
Yeah, that's the thing with you. Money. Nothing changes.
I wouldn't expect you to understand.
No, Dad. I wouldn't expect you to.
You need to be more realistic, that's all. Not everyone survives in F1. You know that.
5th in the standings.
5th.
5th.
Damn. Well, the tension is real between father and daughter. And it's quite a surprising encounter. The fact that Callie went up and spoke to her father, so that's very interesting. But a lot of pressure, and I think Callie has made it a mission to finish, to make sure the team finishes in that top 5 the constructors. Here we go. Just at the tail end, a safety car secure a top 5 finish. Is that right? 6 laps left to go. I'm just going to quickly pause once we go green here. Yep, just to make sure my oh, I'm going to dive down the inside of Albon there, and who was that? Signs caught napping as well. Jackson ahead of us. But we got Hulkenberg, and is that a Red Bull that we got to contend with? Looks like Bottas is P5. He is our target. And who is that Red Bull? Is that Perez? Perez, then Sargent, then Jackson. No, that's Joe. Sorry, not Red Bull. What am I? Oh, I'm so high. I swear. Got to send it down the inside, sneak it in, right behind Sargent, and then within striking distance, we've got a warning from the FIA for a slight collision with Sargent. Gonna, speaking of, gotta send it down the inside, and now we are line astern of our teammate Jackson. Gonna give the space to Sargent. He's gonna slot in behind us, foot to the floor. Normally I don't go down to second gear there. We've got the run on Jackson. We're going to use our ERS to sail past him around the outside. Coming onto the main straight. Jackson is still there right alongside us. He's got a nose in it, and then managed to get the move done. Now we got Russell, previous year's winner of the Brazilian Grand Prix. And then we got Piastri, rising star in the F1 paddock. Just going to use our ERS and send it down the inside of Russell. He's going to give us a space. Got the move done. Up to P7. We got 5 laps to go. Now chasing down fellow countryman Oscar Piastri. And then after that, our target is Bottas. A little bit of a bump on Piastri, my bad. Bonus objective, by the way, finish in the top 3 and get the fastest lap. Oh boy. That is going to be a tall order. We got Perez, the second Red Bull, sitting comfortably in P4. I think he's probably vying for that podium spot. Down the inside on Piastri, get the move done up to P6. So within a couple of laps, we managed to make up a whole bunch of spots. Now chasing down a target, Bottas swinging out of the way to break the toe as we drag race him along the main straight down to T1. He's maintaining that inside line. We try to go for the switchback. He parks the car on the racing line. What a man. What a driver. Heck of a defense there. We get DRS though for good measure. Going to use ERS as well. Going to ease off a little bit just to conserve that energy for the next push. We got 4 laps to go. Gasly now in P3. Perez desperate to get onto that third step of the podium, I think. And I don't think it's going to be easy to get past him if his 2021 performance was anything to go by. The Minister of Defense himself, Sergio Perez, in front of us. And then Alonso leading the pack at the moment. What happened to Verstappen as we managed to send it down the inside? Oh, a little bit squirrely out of the exit. Perez has got to take that move back. Bottas is coming back at us. Gonna leave the space there. Got to try and mitigate those sort of silly mistakes. We've got a little bit more ERS built up, but we get DRS as well on Perez up the main straight, trying to drag ourselves up towards him. Hard on the brakes, down to second gear, try and rotate the car as much as possible. I'll tell you what's a rare sight though, De Vries in P2. We're going to get DRS on Perez, is covering us off. Minister of Defense hard at work here, covering the inside line. We've got the fastest first sector. Let's see if we can go 2 out of 3 here in terms of fast sectors. Closing in on Nick. Gotta send it down the inside. He's covering that inside line. Managed to get that move done up into the top 3 now. Bottom step of the podium, chasing down Pierre Gasly. Gotta send it down the inside. He leaves the door open. Caught him napping. And now, the man with the lawn chair himself, Fernando Alonso, who's very much a great defender himself as well. Again, throwback to the 2021. He held off Lewis Hamilton like a champ to let Ocon win. Oh, Alonso coming across. Try and cover us off on the inside line. Across the line, we get the fastest lap. Alright, so we've done primary objective and bonus objective. And seen an order of drivers that I've never seen before. De Vries in the top 5. That is insane. Well, he was P2 before we snatched that away from him. Now we can just sort of settle in for the next 2 laps, basically. Maintain that gap. Try and not be silly about it. Whoa. Why did I go so far wide in there? I think it's because I didn't go down to 2nd gear. And this corner, obviously, quite infamous. That time where Lewis Hamilton turned Alex Albon around. Alex was on a good run that race in that particular year. I believe that was back in, what, 2020? 2021? And unfortunately, he got tangled up. I believe Lewis did have to pay a penalty in the end. But still unfortunate for Alex as we coming across the line to start second last lap. Down to 3rd gear. Try and manage these tyres basically to the end. We've got a sizable gap to the rest of the field now. About 2.3 seconds to Alonso. And I think we're just building on that now. Nice and smooth wheel inputs so as to not upset the car. I did drop this down to a challenge and difficulty, so I think that's making it a little bit more easier for us. I was running on hard this entire time. Then back in the last episode with the Singaporean Grand Prix, it just got too much for me. I had to switch it down. There was no way I could talk and drive that particular Grand Prix. Because I was absolutely sweating coming across final corner here, sweeping all the way onto the main straight now. Well, we only need 1 more lap, Mark, so let's make this count.
Okay, you're just starting the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Rotate the car, try and kiss that apex. A little bit of a slide, but managed to catch it. Tires hooked up and just foot to the floor. We just got to empty out the ERS. We've got about a 4-second gap to Alonso. He seems to be the only other person in the top 5 who's running a soft tire. Actually, sorry, that's Gasly who's running a soft tire. That makes sense. It's past Alonso. Alonso running that medium tire. Oh, man. Definitely taking a lot to concentrate and, to drive and talk at the same time. And there we go, yep. Whoa. Getting very square. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can you imagine if I just threw it away that very last moment? Down to 3rd. Around the last corner. Foot to the floor. I'm just going to empty out the ERS all the way onto the main straight. About to hit terminal velocity at this point. And across the line. P1, baby. Let's go. Whew. That was intense. At least I thought it was.
Well, what a fantastic race that was. Absolutely loved it. But Natalie, do you think we see Connorsport next season? Rumours say maybe not.
I hope so. I feel like they deserve it. They've been box office for me. They've taken chances. They've
Yeah,
been
Alonso.
with their moves, and ultimately, that's great for us and for the fans.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more, but there's not much of the season left. They'll be hoping they can carry this form into the final stages. Time will tell.
Well, so yeah, penultimate means last, right?
Wow, what a thrilling
I'm gonna
end
Google
to an
this.
incredible Grand Prix weekend.
Oops.
Our top three
Ignore
finishers
that
should be
G-Hub
incredibly happy
notification.
with what they were able to achieve out there today.
Okay, I think Callie's model in this particular, the podium cutscene isn't as good as, it looks vastly different compared to the cutscene Callie. Oh, man. No, yeah, penultimate means next to last, so this is the second last race. Yeah, okay. I had it right the first time. Gasly on the podium as well. That's quite rare. Alonso as well. Good to see him back on the podium. Media pen time.
Wow, Callie, a really strong performance out there today. Just tell me, though, how big a role did the safety car play?
Well, played a big role. There was an order of cars and drivers we've never seen before, rarely see. Every race has its opportunity. Safety car here was just one. I was able to take advantage. Yeah, we'll just go with that one.
Never about the safety car, not really. Every race has its opportunities, whatever form they take. It always comes back to the driver and whether they can make the most of a situation.
Callie, your first F1 season is nearing an end. It must feel like a long road, but clearly you've put a lot into it. And is there anyone else that's been particularly influential this season?
Man, I want to say Casper, actually, because, she's been butting heads with Aiden, obviously butting heads with Devon, because sibling rivalry there. And obviously, I want to go with Casper, but Davidov seems to be the answer that increases our performance, so let's just go with that.
Well, yeah, I'd say my father has been influential, just not necessarily in the best way.
That didn't increase the performance level.
When he starts trying to run it.
And tell me, I'm not sure I could do it, but how has it been working so very closely with your family?
Well, they're just people I work with to do my job. I keep it professional. Let's say it's been okay. We know when to give each other space.
It's been all right. We don't always get on, but we know each other really well, and we all know when to keep our distance. Or maybe we've learned when to keep our distance over the course of the season. Family's always complex, but yeah, it's been okay.
There are rumours circulating that Connorsport may not be around next season. Can you comment?
That's a question for our investors. Same answer Aiden gave.
That's a question for our investors. I'm sure we'd all appreciate a public statement on the matter.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome, Natalie. What's up, Alonso? How you doing? Hey, Abu Dhabi Grand Prix 1 week later. It is the final race in the season. We've got ourselves a cutscene.
Quite different setups out there today. And you don't need me to tell you how it... You don't need me to tell you how it... Davidoff, that's enough.
I'm sorry?
Get out.
What on earth are you talking about?
I've had an entire season of you whispering in people's ears. I'm asking you to leave the meeting.
You can't be serious.
This is not your team. And after today, it might not even exist. So get out and let those of us who actually care about the result do our jobs.
We'll talk about this later.
Damn.
You can threaten me after the race.
So be it. You coming, Devon?
Yeah, I'm thinking I might actually stay. Yeah, I'm gonna stay.
Well, that's up to you.
Casper's fiery. Oh my gosh.
Okay, listen. You all know what's at stake. If we race as individuals today, the team dies. The only way we can survive this, the only way that any of us are coming back next season, is together. We all understand this? No. Aiden, Callie, look at me. You look at me. We understand this, yes? If you put yourself ahead of the team today, there's no more team.
Well, rousing pep talk from Casper.
Callie, we got this.
Yeah.
And, I'm sorry if I was ever...
Wow.
What?
Are you apologizing?
Yeah.
I will forgive you on one condition.
What's that?
You get your share of the points.
All right. Deal.
All right. Burying the axe, or burying the hatchet. I think we might have a team here, ladies and gentlemen. We might finally have a team. But we're going to leave it there. And we're going to find out next episode what's going to happen. Bit of a cliffhanger. I apologize. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. As always, take care of yourselves. And I will catch you guys very, very soon.